If being good at video was enough, you would already be doing 50K per month right now. And heading into 2026, really good execution is gonna matter less than more. I work with video agency owners who are scaling past the 20 to 50K mark, and this is the #1 ceiling I see them hit the most. It's not because their work isn't any good, it's because the game has changed. Let me show you why. So the first thing is, why is being good not relevant anymore in 2026? Well, first of all, everyone can pick up a camera. I can pick up an iPhone and film high quality videos. It's getting so much easier for people to use their own devices to create good content. It is a lot easier today than it was 10 years ago. And I remember even just recently, I was chatting to one of our clients who's been in the video industry for over 27 years. And years ago, they used to just be able to say, hey, if you want a high production video, it's going to be 5, 10K. Now they're struggling to sell that same service because there is so much more competition, but it's a lot easier to get into market, right? And there's so many more people out there that have the ability to pick up a camera. Even clients that are of ours have picked up cameras in the last year because they're like, wow, this video thing's really cool and exciting, but it's a lot easier to get into. And this is why being good at video is not going to be relevant in 2026 because anyone can be good. You can pick up an iPhone and you can film amazing quality content. You can use programs like CapCut that can make really simple, high converting ads for yourself. They're so much easier to use these days, these tools, which is making being good not the thing that's going to make you different in 2026. And that's the problem with the old model, is thinking that getting better at cinematography, getting better at filming, getting better at editing was the thing. And remember when I first started out filming videos for clients, I thought that was the thing. And it was at the time. This is over 8 years ago. But now in 2026, people are just not looking for someone who's the best videographer. They're looking for a company that's going to solve their problems for them. They're looking for a video agency that understands what they need, not just the quality of the videos anymore. So the question is, what has changed in the last few years? Well, unless you've been living under a rock, AI tools like CapCut have come out. TikTok really blew up in 2020. CapCut became a really popular software that people can use, businesses use it. I personally use it all the time. I even get my team to create some of our videos for our marketing with CapCut. Tools have gotten so much easier to use. And saturation in the market, the third thing, is there's so many more videographers out in the market. I remember when I first started out and it was a small country town of about 100,000 people, there's only a few video production companies. Now there is content creators pretty much in every corner. There's so many people that have the ability to create content that is good quality, that can get results for the businesses that are looking for video. So the demand for video is still high, but the saturation, there's so much supply. And when there's more people in the market, this is when you need to shift. And this is why if you're watching this right now and you're going into 2026, or you're in 2026 right now and you're watching this, just being good at video is not going to cut it anymore. You need to upskill. You need to understand copywriting. You need to know how to use tools like AI, tools like CapCut. Put your ego aside. Just because you use DaVinci or Premiere Pro, learn how to integrate some of these tools with inside your video agency to streamline things. This is something I always chat with my team about, which is how can we make it simple? How can we do it faster? Not how do we make it the highest quality? The highest quality is going to come because of the simpler tools. This is why being good at video isn't going to matter anymore. This is why these tools, and this is what's changed with AI as well. It is so much easier. I see in the next couple of years, can't wait to do a recap of this video in a couple of years from now, there will be a point where AI is going to take away your job. And you don't want that to happen. This is why you need to upskill. And this is why if you're watching this right now, don't be afraid of AI, embrace the tools, but know that things are coming. It is going to become to a point where clients can literally go, hey, I need a brand video of my company. Here's a couple of photos. Create the video, create the story, and it's going to do it. There already is AI softwares doing that right now. It's a big shift in the market, and this is what being good at video and filming is no more. It's not relevant anymore. This is the hardest thing to say to a filmmaker, is like the way that you film your videos is going to become irrelevant in the next few years. And this is what leads to what actually gets clients to buy. Clients don't buy the quality of video anymore. They buy certainty that the videos, the things that you're producing for them are going to get them results. They want to see that the videos that you're producing are going to generate them the results they're looking for. Views are not the results they're looking for, by the way. Generating revenue, get a return on their investment, and building the brand that they're looking to build. In 2026, a huge shift is happening. People need to be building a personal brand. This is where content is going to be needed. There are going to be people out there that are going to be looking to start their business and get content straight away because they understand the shift in the market. There's a shift where there is more content needed to stand out. And this is the same for you as a video business owner. For you to stand out, you also need to be creating content that positions you as an authority. But you see, this is the ceiling that most video agencies hit at that 20 to 50K mark, is you get stuck in this like, I'm really good at doing video content, but I don't want to add any other services to my business. And here's the truth, what I've seen over the last couple of years for clients that we've coached, when you start to upskill, when you start to add different services like running paid ads and managing client socials, they might not be things that you understand how to do just yet. These are the things that actually get clients that certainty to invest with you over just a videographer, right? And if you want to compete on price, continue to compete on price, right? If you want to become the best videographer, fantastic, create better videos, and you don't want to upskill in any other areas, that's fantastic. But you really want to build a business that's going to scale past 50K per month in the next 12 months to 24 months, you need to upskills in things like Facebook ads, understanding marketing funnels, email marketing, YouTube marketing, content marketing, personal branding. These are all different things that you need to understand when it comes to video, which your clients are looking for. They're already in the market for video. They don't want just one video. They want consistency. They want to build a personal brand. They want to build an online presence. They want to be able to attract their dream customers. They want to make more sales. And the only way they're going to do that is someone knows the strategy for it. And if you follow me on YouTube, I talk a lot about this, is that clients want strategy. They don't just want a video. They want you to come with a plan. They want a system that's going to lead to some sort of result. If that's increasing their revenue, or that's increasing their following count, or that's giving more brand awareness, or that's building more trust in the market, those are the things they're looking for, not the videos. The old model is creating a video because your client says, I want a brand video. Today's age in 2026, what people are looking for is a system, a strategy, and that's what they're going to buy. So if you don't start thinking like this right now and start implementing, more paid marketing, or even partnering with a marketing agency to get paid ads part of your system as well, you are missing out on potential clients. And with this new model in 2026, people are looking for an authority in the space. This is where I talk a lot about niching, or getting really clear in the market or the dream customer that you want to work with. Now, niching doesn't necessarily mean you have to work with just trades companies, but authority means you're an expert at the thing that you do. So it might be you become an expert in short form content, or you become an expert in personal branding or YouTube strategy, or expert in how to create trust in the market. What you need to start doing in 2026 is building authority around the things that you're solving, the problems you're solving for your customers. The authority is no longer, we create amazing cinematic films. I had a client recently that we worked with, been in the industry for 27 years. They won many awards for creating cinematic films. They got to the sales process recently, and reviewing some of their calls, they kept saying, we make amazing cinematic videos. And the client goes, that's fantastic. I don't really care. I just want to get results. I want to see that you know what you're talking about. And they knew what they're talking about when it came to filming videos, but they didn't know what it came to in the strategy of social media, strategy of understanding YouTube, understanding personal branding. And this is a big problem I see for a lot of videographers, is they don't know how to position themselves as an authority. Instead, they only position themselves as, we create storytelling videos. It's not going to cut it in 2026. If you want to stand out in 2026, you need to start positioning yourself as an authority around the problems you solve. So if you solve personal branding issues, what does that solve for the customer? Helps them become the go-to person, helps them generate sales, helps them make more money, grow the business, get more time back. Like, become an authority in 2026. Don't just stand out as the best cinematic videographer out there. It's not going to cut it in 2026. And what this kind of leads to is a bit of a mindset shift that you also need to take into 2026. This is where I see a lot of videographers out there, actually clients of ours that have come to us. They usually start wanting to be a founder where they're doing 100K plus per month in their agency. But what they're really thinking like is this 0 to 10K per month videographer. And this is where the gap is, right? Right here is the 20 to 50K gap per month. If you're sitting at 20 to 50K per month in your business right now, you're in what I like to call the owner identity, which is you want to get here. You want to become a business owner, but you're stuck in this freelance trap, which you're thinking like a freelancer. I was reviewing a client's call recently, and I was talking to him about his sales process, and he kept speaking like a freelancer. It's like, oh, I can come do the work. I can come film for this. And I said to him, it's like, no, you have a team member. You should say, we are going to come do this. This is the result we are going to get for you. These are the things we're going to work on together. Instead, he kept saying, I. And this is another trap, which I have a whole nother video on this channel. If you haven't hit that subscribe button just yet, go follow us, because I'll talk more about team and hiring. But one of the traps that you face when it comes into 2026 is still thinking like a freelancer, which is, yes, you can take all the profit and do the work yourself, but if you want to scale past that 20 to 50K ceiling, is you need to start thinking about as a team. And that owner operator of a business is it's a mindset shift from where you are, which is a freelancer, does all the work themselves, takes on the jobs, is running around like the headless chook, but they're not actually creating results for their clients. And if you want to get better at results and getting better results for clients, the way to do that is actually getting more time back. And this is where that 20 to 50K month ceiling that a lot of people hit is usually because they're hanging on to everything themselves. They're not letting go of it. And they don't have time to develop the new skills that they know they need to learn. If you know you need to learn how to run paid marketing for your clients, or that's a service you're wanting to add, or if you're wanting to learn how to upgrade your offers, you need space and capacity to do that. And if you're still thinking like a freelancer where you'll just do every shoot, you're on call pretty much every single day, you're going to constantly be stuck in this trap, which is stuck in the freelancer trap, which is thinking like a freelancer, but you really want to be a founder. And if you want to make that shift, you've got to start thinking like an owner of a business that actually runs it. An owner of a business isn't doing everything in their business. They have a team. They start to think about new offers. They start to think about new verticals, new positioning for their business, instead of like a freelancer who's just thinking about getting the next filming shoot, that next job that they're working towards. And a big take that I want you to take into 2026 is you need to really start thinking like an authority. Position yourself. I've talked about this whole video. You need to position yourself as an authority at something. Some key trends I see coming up this year is personal branding content, YouTube strategy for clients, SEO, which is using YouTube as an SEO tool, lead generation through video content, creating VSLs. Like, become an authority in something. Authority doesn't mean you have to be niched into specifically builders or specific, working with law firms or accounting firms or coaches or anything like that. Authority is you are an expert in solving some sort of problem in the market. And the more you can start to position yourself by doing what you should be doing, which is creating content and talking about the problems that your customers have and solving those problems, and start using strategic video in your marketing yourself as well as for clients, that's when you're going to become a category king. So if you want to stand out in 2026, you need to start positioning yourself as an authority. Stop thinking you can get away with just posting your highlight reel every now and then. You need to start doing the things you need to do, which is posting video. I ran an event recently with some clients, and this is the question I asked. I said, hey, put your hand up if you're creating content yourself. And there was only a few people in the room. And the people that put their hand up were the guys who are doing 50K plus per month in their agency. So if you want to scale to that 50K plus per month or even further beyond that, you need to start positioning yourself as an authority. Really key point, especially going into 2026. And the last point I want to make is trust scales through people, not logos. The days of having a logo on your Instagram page and your website, and those are the things that used to build trust, no longer exists. In 2026, this is a big shift I'm going to see in content, and something we're going to be talking a lot throughout our YouTube content is building a personal brand alongside your video agency. If you haven't already started doing it, you need to start positioning yourself as an authority and building a personal brand around that authority, that subject matter that you want to talk about. If it's video strategy, if it's Instagram Reels, if it's TikTok, or if it's understanding how to create VSLs, or if it's the whole thing when it comes to marketing and teaching that through your personal brand. This is a big, big, big thing that you need to start doing. You will see so many people talking about build a personal brand, build a personal brand. You'll hear it so often through social media in this next 12 to 24 months, because right now is the gold rush. Don't know how long this gold rush is going to be around for, but with the growth of AI, people don't trust logos anymore. Someone can start a video business tomorrow, create their own logo through ChatGPT, and they can have an Instagram page with AI edited videos and build a video business from scratch. The thing that they can't do is build a personal brand. The personal brand is you. So if you haven't started building a personal brand, hopefully this is a message for you. If you really want to take advantage of 2026, is start to build a personal brand. This is something that we are personally teaching our clients, because we know this is a shift in the market, and I've seen it for the last 2 years now, that running a video agency and just having your logo no longer works. You need to have a personal brand alongside it, and that's position yourself, because people trust people. And I know this is for myself, even running my own coaching businesses, my own video businesses. I've always built a personal brand alongside it, because I know that people that want to work with me don't want to work with my logo. They want to work with me and my team and my company, not the logo. The logo is irrelevant. The personal brand, the people that they connect with, the trust that you get for this video is what people care about. So to finish this off, If you haven't already started to make this shift, switching from thinking you need to be good at video to starting to build an authority brand to starting to actually become what I like to call a bit more like a strategist when it comes to video, and starting to learn upskilling in different areas like, Facebook ads, marketing, and actually using YouTube as a strategy as well for clients. This is a big shift in 2026. And even building a personal brand would be the caveat that on top of this that I think would be probably the most important thing to start doing. So there's some free resources down in the comment below. And if you haven't checked out one of our videos on our YouTube channel, there'll be some just down below linked as well for you to check on other topics around scaling your video agency in 2026. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.